can't help but hear and understand what kind of impact these kinds of programs are making, but where do they come from? Are you thinking all this stuff up? How is this happening?
This is such a great question, because the real answer is that they come from the people, right? No, maybe the design, the packaging, the structure is something that we're developing internally, but these requests are coming from students, families, teachers, administrators. In my role, I visit all 24 local school systems annually. So that is over 200 schools a year, where I am walking the halls, talking to students, meeting with families after school, talking to administrators and principals. Of course, my incredible network of local school system leaders, we have arts leaders in every county in Maryland, are also very helpful. So just being able to be on the ground and visible and listening provides us with all of this data that supports some of the state data that's pulled, right? It provides a new set of data around what is needed to elevate teachers from where they are to the next place. Where do teachers want to go? And where do students need them to go? What do students need? And so, especially around this issue of we don't have a statewide or federal policy for supporting transgender students in schools. So we were finding when we would visit schools that students were standing up for their friends. Students were speaking out saying, I don't feel safe knowing that my transgender friend has to use a bathroom that is not in conjunction with their gender. That doesn't make me feel safe to know that my friends are not being protected, right? So young people, of course, I always tell everyone, young people are better than us, which is great news, because they're coming up next and they are better than us. Their brains work differently. They're smarter than us. They're faster. If you ever have played Fortnite with a teenager for 5 minutes, then you will know their brains are much faster than ours. Okay? They can take in much more information than we can. So they are already thinking about a new world that they want to imagine and envision that doesn't include a lot of the isms and barriers that we have in our current world. And they're pushing for that. And we're trying to help them get there. So we want to prepare teachers who are on the front lines of students. They're the first responders to students, not just to say, I empathize with you or I tolerate you, but I support you. And a lot of teachers want to support students that are very different from them, whether it's a race difference or a gender difference or a sexuality difference. They do want to do it, but they haven't been given the tools. So this is about teachers who are interested in that. When teachers that say, I've never met a transgender student. We have a lot of teachers that show up with that. I've never met a transgender student, and I was very anti-transgender issues. And then one of my favorite students came out to me, and now I have no choice but to support them because teachers love their students.
That's right.
So the same kinds of changes that we see happening sometimes in families, where brave LGBT youth are coming out and transforming their whole family dynamic from a place of love, right? We see that happening in schools, and teachers and principals want to support their students. They want to keep their students safe. And so they're looking for tools to do that. And so we looked around and said, okay, well, this is easy, right? There should be tons of training programs and options for teachers that have the readiness, right? And there were none.
Right.
So we had to build it ourselves. And so we've just moved forward with that direction. We're so lucky to have GLSEN Maryland as a partner. They really are an excellent organization that provides support to schools and GSA programs in schools, so Gay Straight Alliances. But we wanted to build something that explicitly worked with arts educators, so really kind of cater to the creativity that we come to expect from arts educators and the difference that happens in arts classrooms. So
that's a high bar there. Oh my goodness. It makes me want to move back to Maryland, and if I had the ability to have children, I'd just have them just so they could go to school.
Yes.
School in Maryland and become the genius, the creative being that they are. Because I do, and I've seen firsthand, not from training, but just firsthand, that the arts education, the ability to express yourself musically and or in drawing and painting, I watch that enhance my daughter's academic experience,
yes.
Right? I felt that her brain worked better when she spent 2 hours every Friday in a portfolio art class doing whatever was next, whatever,
yes.
painting whatever, sculpting whatever, drawing whatever, and getting the feedback from the, what looked like a very mean teacher, but it was, It was for a 7th grader. She's mean, but then wait.
My art's getting better.
Yes, I like it.